In today's video, we are going to look at 50 different functional groups in chemistry. As you might probably already know, functional groups are atoms or group of atoms that are responsible for determining the chemical reactivity of compounds. In this case, organic compounds. So this video is somehow a challenge to see how many of them you know. And I would like you to let me know in the comments at the end of this video how many points you get out of 50. I'm also going to include, for those that are going to be resilient, some additional bonus functional groups in order for you to raise your grade. Are you ready? Let's go. So we are going to begin with the easiest ones, right? So that you get as many points as possible, hopefully. So the first, really, you probably guessed it, the alkenes, which have as functional groups the single bond, the carbon-carbon single bond. Then you have the alkenes, which in this case is just a double bond. You have the alkynes, in this case just the triple bond. Then you have number 4, the allenes, just like 2 carbons and 2 double bonds. Then you have the alkyl group, which in this case is just, like an alkane that has lost a hydrogen atom. In the 6th position, you have the alcohols, which have as functional group ROH. Right? These ones are really easy. Then you have the ethers, which are isomeric to the alcohols and have as functional group ROR prime, where R and R prime are alkyl groups. Is it going good? Okay. In the 8th position, we have aldehydes, which have as functional group RCHO. Then, obviously, the group that's isomeric to the aldehydes are the ketones, which have as functional group the CORR prime. In the 10th position, you have the carboxylic acids, which have as functional group the RCOOH. Okay. Number 11, we have the esters that are actually derivatives of the carboxylic acids and have as functional group RCOOR prime. Okay? You also have the amides that are derivatives of the carboxylic acids, have a nitrogen and an oxygen, so have an RCO, let me put it like that, then with an N, R prime, R prime prime. Going good. Number 13, we have the nitriles, which have as functional group, very direct, RC triple bond and a nitrogen atom. Then obviously you have the amines, which in this case is just RNH2. Then you also have, talking of the nitrogen atoms, you have the nitro group, which has as functional group RNO2. Okay? Then in the 16th position, you have the halides, which have as a functional group Rx. So in this case, X is a halogen. Could be chlorine, bromine, iodine, for example. Going good? Okay, let's change paper. Okay, let's move to the groups with sulfur. So let's start with the sulfhydrins, I mean, which have as functional group RSH. Then you have the sulfoxides with functional group RSO R prime. Okay. Then you have the sulfones, probably guessed it, which have as functional group RS. Let me put it like this, since there's no space, 2 R prime. Good. We have, let's move to those with phosphorus. We have the phosphates, which have as group R, O, P, then with an oxygen, and then an OH2. Good. We have the phosphonates, which have as group very similar to the phosphates, but for a small difference, we have an O here, and we have an OH2 without an oxygen. So here we have 4 oxygens, and here we have 3. Alright, number 22, we have the acyl halides. So an R, C, O, and then an X. Okay, where X here is a halogen. Again, could be chlorine, bromine, or iodine. Next, we have the anhydrides, which are also derivatives of carboxylic acids, which have as group R, CO, O, C, O, R prime. Okay. Bit fancy. Alright, we have next the hydrazines. Hydrazine. I don't know if it's I or E here. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Hydrazine, you have R, NH, then NH2. So you have a double amine with an aryl group. An alkyl group, I mean. In the next position, you have the azides, which have as functional group R, N, 3. In the 26th position, we have the isocyanides, which have as functional group R, N, C, O. So then we have the isothiocyanates, which have as functional group R, N, C, S. So you just have a sulfur in the place of oxygen. Then in the 28th position, you have the oximes, which has a functional group that's a bit fancy. RC, NOH, R prime. Okay. Then you have the hydroxamic acid, which has as functional group R, C, N, O, H. No, let me correct that. So it's R, C, O, sorry, then NHOH. The hydroxamic acid is an acid. Alright, you have in the 30th position the hydrazones. Hydrazone, like 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone, which has as group R, C, then you have 2 nitrogens, or 2 amines if you want, and R prime. So hydrazones, 2 amines. Alright, in the 31st position, you have the semi-carbazones. This paper, stay quiet, right? Which have as functional group, it's a bit long, so you have R, C, okay, this paper is shaking, so R, C, then N, NH, CO, NH, 2, then R prime. Okay, so it's very similar to the hydrazones, but for the fact that you have an extra CONH2 here. Alright, hope it's going good for you. How many are you already having? Are you happy? Alright, things are going to get a little complicated. Let's change paper. The last 20, you have the opportunity to catch up. Okay, stay focused. Number 32. You have the thiols, which have as functional group RSH. Looks like I wrote this twice. Anyway, it's to your advantage. Then you have the thioketones, which have as functional group RC. S R prime. Okay, in the 34th position you have the thioethers. So you imagine an ether group where you replace the oxygen with a sulfur atom. In the 35th position you have as well the thioesters. So it's the same story. You replace an oxygen with the sulfur. So imagine the ester, so you are going to have R, okay, C, O, then S, R prime. So one oxygen has been replaced by a sulfur. The 36, you have the thiocarbonyls, which have as functional group R, C, S, R prime. So everywhere you see thio, then they see sulfur. Okay, that's the trick. 37, you have the diazo, which have as functional group RNN, or RN2 if you prefer. Okay, 38, we get the azos, like the azo dyes, which have as functional group RN, NR prime. Okay, very similar to the azides. Okay. Perhaps looks like I've forgotten a plus somewhere here. Anyway, 39, you have nitrone, which has as functional group R, C, NO, R prime, R prime prime. Alright, you have in the 40th position the imidol halides. Hope I'm pronouncing that well. That's R, C, N, X, R prime. Okay, like that. Then 41, you have the imidyl cyanides, which have as functional group R, C, NCN, R prime. Alright. Then we go to 42. You have the silyls, which have as functional group R3, then with a silicon. Okay. Alright. 43, you have boryl. Okay, just have a bond. B dash. Okay, there should be other double bonds. So you have 44. You have the stanniles. So you just have tin. R3 is N. Then in the 45th position, you have plumbiles. Yeah, just have lead. So R3, Pb. Then you have 46. You have germyl if you prefer. That's R3, Ge. E. Okay. Then 47, you have the siloxy group, which is R3, silicon, oxygen. 48, you have borenes, which have as group R3, B. Alright. Okay. Ooh, we have already filled 3 papers. Hope it's going good for you. Alright, number 49. You have the phosphines, which have as group R3P with the phosphorus. And 50, you have the alkenes, R3S. Alright, so how many are you having on 50? It's not yet over. I promise you a bonus. And for the bonus, we are going to move to the aromatic compounds. So let me change the color. So let's see the bonus. Okay. And we are going to move to the aromatic compounds. Alright, so seize this opportunity to bring up your number of points. Are you ready? Let's go. The first one is benzene. Of course, we don't present it again. So the famous ring, tac, 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 tac. Very beautiful. I like this calculated structure of benzene. Hope you too. Okay. So we have the naphthalines. Naphthalene. The naphthalene functional group. So 2 benzene rings. Tac, 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 tac. And then just add some double bonds. Tac, 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 tac. Really looks beautiful. I'm sure you find it beautiful. Okay, let's move to the third one. So here we have the anthracene. So I know you have got the game. 1, 2, and oops, tac, tac, and 3. Tac, 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 tac. Wow, looks nice. So tac, tac, touche, touche, and tac, tac, tac. I mean, it's really a nice game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is that 6? 1, 2, 3. Okay, hope it's 6. Alright, so 3 benzene rings and that. Okay, so in the 4th position we have the pyridines. So pyridine, which has a benzene ring with a nitrogen, tac, and then you add some double bonds here. Good? Cool. Then we have furan. So in this case, you're having a ring that has 5 sides. So 1, tack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hope that's good. Then with a double bond here and one here. So that's furan. Okay. How many points? Then you have the thiophene, which has structure, tack, tack, it is sulfur, tack, 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 tack. Alright, a few more? Yeah, I got you. Okay, a few more. We have the pyrroles, which have an amine here, so NH, okay, then a double bond here. Okay, we have the imidazoles, imidazole, which has as functional group base. You have a nitrogen here, and you have another one here, then with the double bonds. Alright, do you have enough bonus points to have a good grade, or you need some more? Okay, let's run it up to 10. So let's say 9. Okay. We have the pyrazoles, which has as functional group tack, 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 tack. Then you have an H here, you have an N2 here, and you have double bonds here. Alright, and the last one, let's just say phenol. So tack, 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 then OH. Yeah, so tack, tack, tack. Okay. Alright, so here we are. We have got actually 60 functional groups, and you have enough bonus points. So let me know how many points you got in the comments. I'll be glad to read you. Let me be sincere with you. I didn't myself master all of these functional groups, most of them, but not all. Okay, so science is cool. It's fun to learn new things every day. So hope you find this interesting and insightful. If so, drop me a like and subscribe after you have added your comments. Okay, so you comment first, then you add a like, and you subscribe. And of course, see you in the next video to talk about another interesting topic. Until then, remember that physics and science in general is the belief that a simple and consistent description of nature is possible.